Well, of course, the bottom line is, do people actually see a benefit? And we're blessed to have some folks who are going to share their experience about how they've come to see us and how they're doing. And I'd like to start off with Matt Schomburg, and thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Ellsworth. Thank you to Dr. Hotze, who is not here. He's definitely in our thoughts and prayers tonight. It's always an honor to come and to speak to my friends here at Dr. Hotze's clinic. These folks have definitely changed my life. So I am a father of 4 boys and have considered myself to always be somewhat healthy. I've worked out. I've tried to stay in shape. Before I came to Hotze, I didn't realize how out of shape I truly was. And so I came here really because I thought I had just bad genetics. And so I've been mad at my dad for all these years. I remember when I was 18, they sent me to my pediatrician. They wanted to do some blood work, right? Because my dad's dealt with high cholesterol his whole life. And so at 18 years old, my markers were fine. But as I got a little bit older, I started going to the cardiologist. And the cardiologist said, yeah, your cholesterol's getting up there. It's probably time to get you on a statin. And I said, man, I'm looking at my dad. My dad's in his early 80s now. He's got rheumatoid arthritis. And there's no proof of this. But I think it's because, 40 years on prescription statins has absolutely destroyed my dad's body. And so I said, you know what, there's got to be another way. So I'm a small business owner in Katy. My office was actually on North Fry Road for a ton of years. I used to have folks in my industry that would come and tour Hotze's clinic because of the service that they give people, the red carpet approach, the music, the outfits. I love coming in here and seeing all the fancy suits and just the professionalism that this place displays. It's absolutely incredible. So I've had several friends, including my wife, who have been guests of Dr. Hotze. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. So at that point, my triglycerides were in the 300s. My cholesterol was probably knocking on 250. And so really, I came here because I just wanted lower cholesterol. There was a point in my life where, I thought I was in shape. I mentioned I've got 4 boys. My wife was walking with one of my kids. He was riding a bike. I was sitting on the couch eating M&Ms because that's what I used to love to do. Well, she calls. My son had fallen off the bike. He had hurt himself. So I'm like, well, man, I got to get to him. So I run outside and I run to him. He's probably a half mile away. By the time I get to him, I can't even catch my breath. I'm like, something's got to change, right? This guy's not healthy. He's got to fix this. And so I came here. I met with Dr. Ellsworth, and he said, you know what? You look terrible, sir. He said, you are absolutely a hot mess. I thought it was just my insides, right? But he looked at me from the outside and he realized I was a mess. I didn't see it back then because, you live with yourself. You look at yourself every day. But I was swollen, just absolutely swollen. So he put me on thyroid meds. It's kind of a running joke now with my friends. I just got back from Costa Rica with a group of 6 guys. We were out there hydrofoiling. I'll show you a picture of that here in a sec. But I take 35 pills a day. And people don't understand that. They think I'm crazy. My mom thinks I'm crazy. She's like, Matthew, what are you doing? Right? I said, look, I am sold out on this health span that they talked about, right? I don't want to live a long life where the last 10, 15, 20 years of my life, I'm not healthy and I can't do anything, right? I want to be an incredible father for the rest of my life. I want to be an incredible grandfather, Lord willing, for the rest of my life. I want to be able to keep up with these kids, right? And so without Dr. Hotze, without Dr. Ellsworth taking a look at me, taking a look at the whole body, I would never be where I am right now. Testosterone's a miracle drug. I should be a testosterone salesperson or a snake oil salesperson. It's the greatest thing in the whole wide world. I absolutely love it. It's all I talk about. I've got a group of guys that I work out with, 11 strong. I joke with them all the time, right? If I'm off or having a bad day or someone out bench presses me, I'm like, man, I got to give myself a little extra testosterone. I shouldn't say that out loud because it's a controlled substance, but man, it has absolutely been a game changer. Let me show you a picture. This is maybe a before and after. Yeah, so this is me. I was 222 pounds. This was August of 2022. I came to Hotze October of 2022. They talked to me about gut health. Jill, I don't know if Jill's here. Nurse Jill is absolutely incredible. So I started this yeast cleanse November 1, 2022. And so the first thing they do is they get your gut healthy here, right? And so you go through this yeast cleanse. You don't have sugar, and you take these pills that make you feel terrible, and you got to eat like avocado. It's crazy, right? But you're like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give this a shot, okay? Well, I remember, and Jill was fantastic, and we were like texting friends because, I was getting ready to jump off a cliff, but I'm like, Jill, something's wrong with me. I'm jonesing something. I don't understand. I'm shaking. I feel terrible. She's like, oh, sir, the sugar is so strong within you. I was having sugar withdrawals, right? Getting off the sugar was so hard for me. Like I said, I was sitting on the couch, just eating M&Ms every night. I ate ice cream. I loved it, right? 222 pounds. This is me at 190 pounds. I lost over 30 pounds. I took my body fat from about 16%. I'm sub 10% body fat. I feel incredible. One of the things I love about this clinic more than anything is the Christian feel, right? Sold out Christ follower. This guy right here, I've got 4 boys. My oldest is 22 now. I've got a couple in high school right now. But when my young boys, friends, come over to our house, they look at me, they're like, Mr. Matt, can you flex, right? I get instant credibility with these kids. And for real. And when I get credibility with these kids, guess what I get to do? I get to share Jesus, right? I get to share my testimony with these kids. Fat Matt couldn't do that, right? So this Matt here can do this. And so without this new health, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. So let me show you this next picture. So this is me in Costa Rica last week. So I'm on a hydrofoil. And so you can't tell here, that's about a 2-foot mast that I'm standing on in my surfboard. I'm 6'2". And you'll see, that's a big wave. That's probably a 12 to 15-foot face that's chasing me. So Fat Matt would have just sunk that board, right? So Skinny Matt can get on this thing, and he can actually outrun that wave. Fat Matt would have absolutely been eaten up by that wave. So to stay cool with my kids, I also started competing behind the boat on this hydrofoil, and that's my last picture here. But you'll see me. That was in my first competition last summer in Washington, and I ended up placing second in that contest, right? So really, really cool. And I have a whole new outlook on life, and I credit it all to this clinic, to the doctors, to the heart that they have, to the ministry that they serve. Wouldn't be here, can't speak enough good things about them. You guys are at the right place. Trust the process. It's incredible. It will change your life. It will change your life. And I can't thank y'all enough for letting me come back and just share a little bit about my story. So.